What's up, everyone? Welcome back to a new episode of Building Wolfapolis. And today we are going to continue to work on the pool that we did in the last episode. First of all, I want to know how you're all doing. I know most of you are probably on spring break right now, which is kind of fitting since we are working on a pool. So I hope you're all enjoying your spring break if you are on spring break. And before we get started, I want to make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button, and let's go ahead and get started with the video. So, well, pretty much the pool is done. The only thing that we need to do is to add in some bleachers over here, but the pool is relatively, I mean, I need to add some stuff to it because I don't like that this stuff's floating, but we got everything put in, and it's pretty deep too. I got the floor put in. This took a long time to do, but in the end, I think it turned out really nice. So we want to add in an area for people to sit and watch from above, watch their fellow swimmers or whatnot. So we need a, we do got a good area to work with here. If we need to, we can go all the way back to the road, kinda. It's not that big of a deal. That's gonna make this facility like so huge. It's just, you can't even fathom the size of it. But if we have to, we will. So let's go ahead and get started with this. And the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to continue to take this floor around just a little bit. I might, let's see, first of all, I was using like white wool. I need to just check, where are my dimensions over here? Because that's probably what I'm gonna do over here. So it's kind of all symmetrical. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we want to do the same thing on this side as well. So we've already got it coming out 1. We just got to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that right there is going to be our walking area around here. Still need to plan out how I want to do the bleachers and stuff like that. Like how you walk to it and everything like that. But that's kind of like an as we go thing. I don't ever think too in depth about things like that. It just kind of comes into play. So hopefully that's what's going to happen in this scenario. Gosh, kind of energetic right now. I've been eating this ice cream. It's like mocha ice cream. When I go to Starbucks, which yes, I know I'm a basic person. I go to Starbucks and I get a what is it? It's something mocha, some kind of chocolate mocha. But anyway, oh my gosh, I just love it. And I got it in the ice cream, and wow, it takes my energy up to like 150,000%. That's not even a number, but anyway, that's just kind of how I feel. And sometimes like it's got me like talking a little faster than what my brain is used to. So if I'm like stuttering or not making a whole lot of sense, that's why. But ultimately, this ice cream, it gives me that burst, because normally when I get off work, I record, I'm kind of tired, I don't have a lot of stuff to talk about. But when I'm energetic, then I have a lot of things to talk about, and I think it makes my videos ultimately more interesting, and that's definitely something to strive for as a YouTuber. So just kind of enjoy my energy. I'm gonna try to keep this energy going through the future of my channel, try to stay excited. So we got that finished. So now this, I guess we can just take this wall across. For this wall, I did have the green wool and the light gray wool as well. And I'm just gonna take this down and around, or not around. We're just gonna take it down to here because I need a good starting base, and I have an idea. I just don't know how exactly it's gonna play. Like it's playing in my head, but will it work on Minecraft? Who knows? So first things first, I think we kind of can wrap this around, but not in the way that you guys might think. This wall is actually not going to be as high, if that makes any sense, as the rest of the walls. it's going to go up a certain amount because, let me continue taking this over, because if I added bleachers right here, that's not a very good perspective. I mean, you can't, I don't know if you'd call that like the first lane over there, but you wouldn't be able to see them from down here. So my idea is I want a little bit of a wall in elevation, and then we can start adding bleachers because then people can see. So that's what I'm going to strive for in this wall. So let's go ahead and start taking this up a little bit, and I just want a decent height to work with. These bleachers, they're not going to be anything fancy. I've done some pretty fancy bleachers. I don't know if you guys have ever witnessed one of my old videos. As some of you may know, I am from the state of Indiana in the United States. Not a whole lot of YouTubers from Indiana, so I feel pretty unique in that aspect. But I am a fan of the Indianapolis Colts. If you are a fan of the National Football League, which in the United States, that's just American football. So I'm a big fan of them, and I did build their stadium, and I have the bleachers. I mean, the bleachers were on point. They curve around and everything, and I think it turned out really awesome. I really wish I could transfer that onto this world. That would be so awesome. Really wish I could transfer a lot of things, but that's just capabilities we don't have on Minecraft Xbox One right now, and I hope that they do things like update Minecraft to be like compatible with PC kind of, so that we can transfer maps from Xbox One to PC. That would honestly be like one of the greatest things ever. Not that I'm planning on going to PC or anything, because I'm totally not. I think that it just, if I stay on Xbox One, that it's just gonna, it makes me feel more accomplished because I don't have the world edit and all the mods and stuff. Yeah, I can't do so much things that I probably want to do that you can do with mods, but it's a sacrifice. I just think it makes me feel, like I said, more cheap to build on Xbox One. But it would definitely be awesome to have that PC transfer, because then I can do things like put the map up for download whenever it's finally done and stuff like that. But that would definitely be something that's something for the future. So that's actually a decent height to go up. So what we're gonna do is, do we want all these bleachers to be white? See, we don't want to do stairs, or we could honestly do, we could do green bleachers, and then the floor could be, I don't know if it'd be overkill with these colors, but we'll give it a shot. We'll start with the light gray wool. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this across here like this. I don't know if any of you, I guess if you watch me, you probably play Xbox One on Minecraft or PlayStation 4 or what have you, something like that, but I don't know if any of you played that new mini game with the Elytra, but I've been playing the crap out of that. I'm not very good at it. I'm not very good at all. I know I've gotten in some lobbies with subscribers, and people, sometimes they like surround me and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm a big fan and everything like that, which I am like humbled at that, like that I have some of the most amazing fans ever. But that Elytra game, it's kind of tricky. Some people are really good at it, and I'm not one of those people. But if you haven't had the chance to do that, do make sure to do that. I know 4J, they put a lot of work into making that map and making that game mode, and I hope that in the future they add in more mini games like that, and even more maps for the Elytra track, as we do only have one track now. Or even add in things to where like custom built from like actual people, which I'm not saying that 4J Studios is an actual people, but I mean like the fan base, people who play Minecraft, people could like make maps for people to play and download and stuff like that to fly an Elytra up there. It'd be a cool idea. But anyway, enough of that. Talking about the mini games. This is pretty much how I'm doing the bleachers right now. You have this walking area right here. You can sit down, you have a good view, you have a balcony so you don't fall over and break your neck. You gotta have those safety precautions in there. But we're gonna take these bleachers up a pretty good amount. This probably will go higher than the wall, but this section of the building will actually be taller than the rest. That's something I'm gonna have to take into account for most of this build, is that I'm thinking that the initial height that I had for everything is gonna be too short, and I thought that it was so big whenever I made that entrance. But when it comes down to it, when you add in all of this stuff to the facility and the fact that it's gonna be multi-leveled, it really comes to the, like, it just hits you that you just don't have enough room if you keep it that high. So we're probably going to have to make some renovations here and there to make sure that everything works out right and everything looks good. But that's definitely precautions that we'll, when we run into them, we'll take care of them. Trust me. Wolfstrike's got you guys. Wolfstrike's got you. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm a lonely person. Sad moment. I don't know why I'm trying to be funny, but the funny thing is, today is actually April 1st, April Fool's Day, that I'm recording this video, and this video will be uploaded on April 2nd, which will be tomorrow for me. But I don't know if any of you have fallen for any of the April Fool's jokes or anything like that, but I know I fell for one pretty hardcore earlier. And it was a video on YouTube, and a lot of you know I do my house, I do like Grand Theft Auto houses and stuff like that, and so you know that I'm a fan of the Grand Theft Auto series, and that I play Grand Theft Auto a lot. That's a given right there. But I came across, on some of you probably fell for this too, on YouTube. It was a video by IGN, and it said, I think it said like AMC's Grand Theft Auto like trailer that had 2017, and then, you know, it didn't even occur to me when I woke up today that it was April 1st, because and the fact that it came from IGN, it just kind of made me feel like it was the real deal, and it got me all excited. So I watched the trailer and I was like, this is so cool, like this is awesome. Like AMC, like I watched The Walking Dead. That's like one of my favorite series to watch, and like Grand Theft Auto, like making an actual like TV series, like that would be amazing. I'd watch like every episode, like I'd have it all on record and everything. But alas, I fell for it. I know millions of other people fell for it. It was an April Fool's joke, as far as I know, with it being uploaded on April 1st. Most likely it's not gonna happen. And that makes me so sad, and it makes me mad too that I fell for that, but I did fall for that. So I'm just wondering, did any of you, let me know in the comment section, did any of you like fall for that in particular, or did someone pull like a prank on you or something? Something funny, April Fools. We need some funny stuff in the comment section. My comment section are normally kind of dry, just not really any discussion there. So let's give something people can talk about. Just leave your comments or whatever. Feel free to be active on my channel. How high are we? You know, I'll probably take this up one more green block, and then I think that's when we can stick a fork in it, because it's done. So that's, and the bleachers aren't done. There's certain things I gotta add to these bleachers, but for the most part, it's what we want. And we do have a little bit of space. Obviously, there's not going to be space to put anything here. Like, we couldn't put a house or anything unless it was like, I don't know, let's say like 2,000 square feet house. Like, that would be, wow. It'd be one of those, from that show where they all live in those small houses. I don't know. I don't see myself putting one right there, especially right next to that mansion. I mean, what, like, nothing better to make you feel like dirt than to live next to something that big and live in like a 2,000 square foot house. Nothing will make you feel like dirt more. So I'm just taking this this white behind the green, and this is just ultimately going to be a wall that this is just the ending point. I need to take a step back and make sure that this looks right too. So just take this across, and we need to take a step back. Okay. So that's good. We could do things like we could even add banners in here and stuff. I mean, we could add designs on these walls, just kind of advertising like who's sponsoring events and stuff like that. But this is a nice facility. Some of you may be asking though, how do you actually get up there? And that's a really good question because I don't have the answer right now. But I do have a plan. Okay, I can either you enter here, which this is an awkward transition. I'm gonna have to change this up a little bit. We can't go from carpet to this hard tile. But you could either walk through here. You would have to walk all the way over here, which is gonna be slippery, and someone might like trip and like face plant on the ground or something like that. And then there's lawsuits, and that just wouldn't be good. And on top of that, that's just, I don't know, it's not ethical. So if we didn't do that, we could just kind of make like a little, I don't know if it like I'd say like a tunnel, but just an offset off the building for them to walk, and they could come back here and around and come down here, and then I could add some stairs that actually lead up to here. That is what's sounding like the most probable thing to do. If like some of you are maybe suggesting that maybe the bleacher should have been put over here, because then they could have gone, they wouldn't have to even go that far to get to the bleachers. And I see where you're coming from, but I've mentioned before that this is up here, this is where the track's gonna be, and all like it's gonna have weights and stuff up here, so we can't have bleachers obtruding that, unfortunately. It's just it's poor planning on my part, but I think we'll make it work. First things first, I kind of want to find a center point on this thing, because that's kind of where I want the entrance to kind of where it opens up to let people like onto the bleachers. So let me go ahead and count how long this is. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Ah, my eyes are hurting. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. I gotta close my eyes. They're like watering up. 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78. Oh, wow. I didn't expect it to be that long. 76 blocks, gosh. Huh. So that means that halfway, what I say, 76, don't lose track, Wolf Strike. So that roughly 38 would be halfway. And I don't want to count 38 again, but I kind of have to. So alright, we're only going to 38. That's where we're counting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Wow. Wow. That's like halfway right there. And this is an even number, so we'll just go ahead and add 2 so that everything will keep its symmetry. So how big do we want this opening? But we're just trimming off a little off the sides. That's a decent entrance size. We'll just open this up a little bit so we can have a nice little entrance here. Nothing too extraordinary. Nothing in the way either. Just right down the middle. I want to do something like that. So yeah, that's pretty much how that entrance is gonna go. Not a lot of room. Gonna have to go higher. I don't want to take too many of these steps away, but we don't want people bumping their head either. That might work. Yeah, we'll just roll with that for now. So, what we want to do is we want to make this a decent entrance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that white, that white, that white, and that white. Because you can't sit here. If you sat here, you could possibly fall off and die. So we don't want that to happen. So let's just take this up like this. This is kind of how I did my entrances on the NFL stadium. So I'm going to try to duplicate what I did. So that's kind of what we want. And these walls are just gonna, yeah. They're just gonna, yes. Do something like that. And I don't know, I'm just placing blocks right now, getting an idea for how things are gonna be. So, yes, some people will have to sit right up against the wall. Oh gosh, that like cuts it right in half when you think about it. So what I might have to do is just trim this off, because I don't want you to like sit somewhere and not be able to see. So take that off. Okay, I think that's fine. That's enough trimming, or I don't know, little bit of angles to it, but that's pretty much what we want. So I'm just gonna take this across up here like that, and yeah, that's pretty much our entrance. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just going to take this up right here, just as a boundary, so people don't, you know, walk over here. Wow, you're dead. We don't want that to happen. So that's pretty good. Taking a step back, that's pretty much our entrance. So they're gonna come up and around or something, and then they're gonna be able to come out and go up here. And I'll add stairs and stuff later on. Not a whole lot of room to walk around here, so I might change that a little bit. But that's pretty much decent for stands. No, probably not the most interesting video in the world, building bleachers, but I think it's pretty cool. So, I guess that's all that matters. But that's pretty much all the time we have for in this episode. So again, guys, I do thank you guys for tuning into the episode. Do make sure to smash that like button, comment, and subscribe. I am Wolfstrike150, and see you guys later.